Welcome back. Welcome back to Face Off Around the Culture, where we talk about the greatest news and the weekly band recap for HBCU bands. I'm your host, Horatio.
My name is Vidal. How y'all doing this week?
Hey, man. Hey, man. I'm excited. It is week 4. We had a lot of matchups this week. Um, and that leads me to our topic, our theme for today. Don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. Now, that would be the theme of the episode because
Mm,
in some of these battles, I feel like bands will set another band up and they will take the bait. And what I mean by that is, look, man, we all know that marching, this HBCU style is competitive. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's a battle, literally. And what a lot of bands want you to do is to play a ballad, or they'll play a ballad first, and you may respond with the ballad, and they come back and crank on you. Took the bait. All right. Don't take the bait. And that's just one example of in battle maneuvering that I think elite bands don't do. Elite bands don't take the bait. So in this, as we go through the battles of this week, we're going to show you situations where some bands have taken the bait.
yeah.
Give me your perspective on our topic, our theme, and then we can move on.
Look, look, man. HBCU band battles is like a game of musical chess. You watching the clips. You pretty much a lot of the times when the bands take the bait, it's like you notice they played the song last week. You
Right,
know that they got another power song coming after you play
right,
this ballad with them. You know that they got 3 Kendrick Lamar songs in the book. Why
right.
would you go and play with exactly what they want you to play? Just for you to
Exactly.
get yelled off. But
Exactly. And they took the bait. And I'm glad you, of course, man, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All band heads know exactly what taking the bait is. You literally will lob a band up, be like, okay, yeah, we're going to play because we know we have 2 of these or something like this. And they always take it. And then they just dunk it right down and we come back right on you. And they either do it in 2 ways. They'll come back on you with a crank song that just blows you away. Or they come back
mhm.
with a song that gets the crowd involved, a song that gets everybody singing, and then you and the other band like, damn, everybody here singing, we look crazy. We took the bait. All right, don't take the bait.
Mhm.
What's up?
You ever notice a band like they'll put the bait out there, and then as soon as you start or they start playing the song, they start celebrating. The other band starts celebrating because you took the bait, and they know
They took the bait. Yo, don't take the bait. All right, let's
they
get
over there
into it.
celebrating. You like, what?
Yo, bro, man, that happened to us against South Carolina State one year, man. Don't take the bait. All
Oh
right,
god.
don't take it. All right, here we go. Which one you want to do first, man? We got North Carolina A&T, North Carolina Central. We got Jackson State versus Grambling, and we got Southern versus Prairie View. Those are the ones that I checked out.
Okay. Did you watch Virginia Union versus
Oh, I didn't. You
Johnson C.
talk
Smith?
about it. I did not. Wait, but you have Virginia Union versus who?
It's Johnson C. Smith.
Oh no, I did not, man. I wish you would have sent me that.
10 minutes.
Oh man, no. You
10 minutes.
talk about it. How?
All right. So for I'm gonna just put this out there. We did our recap. I mean, our predictions last week.
Mhm.
Horatio had Johnson C. Smith. I picked Virginia Union.
Right.
I told y'all last week, man. Don't doubt me when it comes to this band stuff. Virginia Union came up.
For real.
Virginia Union sounds good, man. Virginia Union sounds good for their size. A
Mhm.
different type of style for them. It's like I don't even want to speak or compare it to a different band, but it's really like a real good mix. Not too much traditional Virginia, but it's still straightforward. It reminds me of like a good Central style, like Central
Mhm.
University type of style band. They played, I think, three apiece. Um, I like both of these groups. Virginia Union really was the standout for me. Had some power, really for their size, play confident, and they know their strong suits. When you're a small band, you have to know where your strength lies in, and you arrange to
Right.
that. Johnson C. Smith, I just felt like they lacked a little less enthusiasm when they were playing, less confidence. Releases weren't definite and secure, and that's one big thing that Virginia Union had very well. Good attacks, good releases together. Johnson C. Smith, they clean it up. They should be okay. Um, Nothing really out of the ordinary for as far as the books go. I
Mhm.
think Virginians played a song called like 76 76 Stingray, 76 Stingray, I believe.
Okay.
That really caught my attention. That was nice. But shout out both of those programs. But that's one to check out. You got a little spare 10 minutes, go check out both of those bands.
Definitely, I'm gonna go check it out, man. Union has a new band director, so they have. I'm sure they have that new band energy. You know what I'm saying? This guy, he probably wants to make it happen. So, this is probably a good show for him. So, shout out to Union. Um, okay, okay. Let's get into North Carolina A&T versus North Carolina Central. I think that was the most like lesser of the two other battles that we're talking about.
Okay.
Okay, so you know what we talked about last year, and I mean last week, and I said I need A&T to have like a competitive edge. I was excited for them to be playing against Central because this is a big rival for them, and I was just like, I just wanted to see more of like a growl from A&T. Let's talk about it. North Carolina Central started off strong. First of all, this was the best I've ever seen North Carolina Central with my eyes as a program. They look good. The energy is good. I mean, I don't know if it's new directors or new energy with the kids, but like just the look of them, they just look like they have together. The call off is together. So I'm like, so the first song they played, they started off with Love Sosa, which I don't like the song choice, but they played it very well. I'm talking about competitive edge. Central came out with great mellophones, great. I'm like, who is this? Right. So I was very excited for them. I feel like Central took the first round. What do you think?
Ooh, you gave Central first round? I didn't give them the first round. I liked how they came out. The effect that they had on me was like, this is actually a formidable opponent. Like they was a band.
Right.
Whereas a lot of times we've seen Central, we think, okay, they're developing, they're getting there. This felt like, no, they're here and this is what they are. And I like their enthusiasm, and I like how they came on the attack mode for this game in particular. I think they still have some ways to grow in the departments of intonation and sound, but I think the main ingredients are there for them, man.
Yeah. Something I like about or something I think can help Central get to a more elite level. Creativity with song selection, bro. This is not high school, bro. Their song selection is bad. It is very like they play like the hack band songs, and in college, nobody like wants to hear that. Like with the battles that we're going to get to later today, like creativity and just song selection is big. They're playing songs that like they played like Dirty Diana, which and these songs sounded good for them, but it's like, come on, man, that's been done so many times. Give us an arrangement that can separate Central or separate A&T from, in this case, or whoever from, you know what I'm saying, you. So I think that's a point that if they really get with a better arranger or just choosing, maybe not just arranging, just choosing better songs that aren't just band songs, I think that would do wonders for them. But both schools' mellophones are good. North Carolina Central sounds more hungry. Euphoria by A&T won the second round for me. Here's the problem with A&T, as I wear this in my A&T shirt. As I said, this in my A&T shirt. Okay, A&T as a band is a good band, but they're euphoniums. When it comes to punching, like playing a part where it's like playing like just playing it, it's okay, right? Can't tell the difference. But when you play the harmony, like the chord parts where it's like long, oh man, it dies out. And that is a big part of a lot of bands not getting to an elite level is the euphonium chords, because they have to be for these 3-part, 2-part chords, especially at the big moments. They make or break a band sound if it's out there, if it's written to be out there. And to me, A&T has a euphonium problem. And we're going to talk about another band that does later. But for them, their euphos and the tubas aren't the best. Now, great mellophones, high brass is okay, trombones are good. But when it comes to that, I think that's what's stopping A&T from being a more elite program. What you think?
I think when it comes to their sound, you hitting it right on, man. I think the euphoniums could really blend with the band better in those parts. And I think they can phrase a bit better when they have the melodic lines as well. I've seen them do better in the season with the phrasing and type. Well, shoot, it felt like, if I'm being honest, the premiere game that they had was not the game, but what is that called? When they have not the battle, but
like the Welcome Day fan day.
The Welcome Day, right? They was kind of
Mhm.
iffy, but then it's like they had the first game, and I'm like, okay, they fixed it. They're real
Right.
good now. They're doing better, and now it's reversed back to me
Right.
about how they approach the sound. And I think as with this game in particular, we heard a lot more intense version of A&T, and I
Mhm.
felt like a lot of the intonation went to the wayside,
Right.
playing with the extra intensity, particularly in the trumpet section and the baritone section. Mellophones, I really like how they sound, man. They have a different type of mellophone sound to A&T that I don't
Mhm.
find in a lot of different collegiate HBCU style bands. It's a
Right.
different type of color and texture,
Mhm.
and how they punch. It just sounds like I don't. Without describing it too much, it really just sounds like it comes from a different place in the horn. I don't
Right.
know how to really
No,
describe
definitely. That's something that attracted me to Anti was that core mellophone sound. So the fact that they are developing that, I think it's a part of Anti's identity. So I definitely
it.
understand what you're saying. Let's move on though. I put Central Sounds Hungry. Dirty Diana was okay. Trumpets was but they have the energy. That's something that I thought was big in this battle. North Carolina
Hmm.
Central has the energy, and it like to me, okay. I think Ante won this complete battle, but not because Ante is so much better. It's because Central got better. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like Central really took leaps and jumps in this battle. If I was staff for Central, I'm like, we had a good showing against Ante. We may not beat them or whatever, but
Hmm.
and here's the reason why Central loses. We're talking about song selection. They played Ante played Torture, right? Which I thought sounded good. I thought was one of their best selections of the night. Central played Fantastic Voyage. It's like these type of things is like I mean both song
Yeah,
choices is not the best, but I didn't like talking
I
about
looked at
those
yeah.
songs that separate you.
Hmm.
Anti play Take You Down, right? Which is it's a good song, but it's more like it's more theatric. It's more that's something that these small bands like Central needs to. Nobody plays Dirty and like the Sonic Boom, fam. Whoa, I mean, I okay, we'll get back to that, but for real, man, like Central has to start having and since
Yeah.
they're now can get to the point where you like you said earlier, this is a band, like this is something that you can really put out there. Now we have to start developing a style. Like give me a song that I want to hear from Central that's like, damn, I have to go back and click on this video. See what I'm saying? They
Hmm.
don't do that. They just play songs. They play Fantastic Voice. They play damn Dirty Diana. But it's not like, oh, like that guy that comment. Jackson did something with their arrangement of Dirty Diana to make you be like, nigga. He remembers that. See what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Central has to do that, and that's a problem that's making them not stand out and come to the elite level. But I think that like they're doing a good job. Great tuba Central has
Yeah.
as well. You got anything?
I always brag on Central Tubas, man. Shout out to them boys, man. They always play well.
Yeah.
I think Central's doing a good job. Well, I understood what I took from that torture was I looked at that as a response to the Dirty Diana,
Mhm.
Michael Jackson, and then Fantastic Voyage, kind of staying with that era, if you want to call it that. But I
Right.
think an even smarter move would just get out of that bag completely, just go in a
Mhm.
completely different direction.
Right.
I
Right.
wouldn't even took a really good ballad after Torture. I think
Right.
that could have worked as well.
Yeah. So Anti played Take You Down. Anti
Hmm.
baited them, in my opinion, by playing the ballad first. Again,
Yeah.
there's going to be a band that baits you, right? And what they normally do is they use the ballad. We're gonna talk about, oh man, a band tried to bait somebody in one of the next battles, and it just didn't work. But they'll bait you with a ballad, right? If you
Hmm.
play a ballad back, they're gonna come back and crank on you because it's too many ballads against you know what I'm saying? Like the crowd gets bored of ballads. They like they do. They start being on their phone and stuff like that. So the next band that comes back with something that either is OD just smack you in the face, or something that gets the crowd going, okay, yeah, that's where you lose at.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, they took the bait. Central took the bait. Played When We by Tank. Not the best, not even a new song, just a ballad. Just that's what I'm saying, like just a song, nothing. Anti came back with I think the best song is now. I think it was a Bryson Tiller song.
uh, yeah, I
Um,
knew what you're talking about.
good choice. The song is like it's like the Jacquees thing. It's like a viral song on TikTok. It was a good song, and like that was a song that I want to hear again. So I feel like they close it out
Mhm.
in a great way. Closing out on Anti and Central. What you got?
Man, I got Anti taking the whole thing. I think both of those bands could be better as the season progresses. Man, we're gonna
Yeah,
keep seeing them. We're gonna see them around. They're gonna have different opponents. I think really for each of these bands, they need to keep exactly everything that was good about these programs, and this battle was really good. I like the aggressiveness from both programs. I like they played the song. I like
Mhm.
thought to the song selections, um, based on the history. Could it be better? Yes, but I
Yeah.
think there was a greater attention to detail and more thought behind their selections when they had these battles. Looking forward to seeing them both moving forward, and shout out to them.
Can we go back to this comment by Reggie that says it was a good battle between Central and A&T, but I think Central took the dub. I can see why you say that
Mm.
because Central was ready to play. They came that way. I felt the energy off the TV. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I felt like this band is coming to prove a point. Now, granted, the band, I mean, the football team just whooped up on A&T, so I'm sure they had a lot of energy. But still, man, Central, this is the best viewing of Central I've seen. And I'm not just, I went to T. So, you know what I'm saying? I would love to just give it to them. And T won this battle for sure. They only took one battle. Central only took one, lane, you know what I'm saying? One round, in my opinion. But it's because of the band mindset of A&T is already kind of set to be better. You know what I'm saying? Central is really building its way up. And now they look like you said, a formidable opponent. So shout out to Central, man. Shout out to A&T. Both of these, like you said, both of these bands can and probably will, you know, do better throughout the season. So we're gonna keep up with them. Moving on, let's go to Southern and Prairie View.
Okay, I gotta say this first, man.
What's up? What's up?
Um, I don't know what's going on with Prairie View this year, man. I think from what I've seen Prairie View, I'm not even gonna talk directly about the battle right now. But for Prairie View this year, I get a sense of we got a lot of ideas. We just gonna throw them at the wall, see what stick.
Right. They're trying to figure. It's like you're trying to figure. Yeah, I definitely feel that. Give me an example of what makes you say that.
Okay. The two guy songs that I like in what's it called that they play against Texas Southern.
Mm-hmm.
The iPhone ringtone at the beginning of one of the songs,
Yep.
and then one had the Warner Brothers theme just like mixed in there that didn't seem like it really fit.
Right. Okay. Since we're talking about like play calling, let's talk about this. Southern opened the battle with "Bright Lights, Bigger City" by Silver Green. We talked about that against their battle maybe a couple weeks ago. Good song, great energy, great. Prairie View. Prairie View tried to set up Southern and try to put the bait out there. And here's what we talk about the theme. This battle made me think about the theme. Southern laughed at him. It's like they played "Say Yes" by Floetry in the first round. They played a ballad in the first round, trying to get Southern to get on their program. Man, look, Southern laughed their ass right up out of there. And what do? They play something that gets the crowd going. Lauryn Hill, this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So my point is that elite programs don't take the bait. They actually laugh at you and give you something either that's going to bury you or get something that has the crowd singing. Because how dare you play with us by playing a ballad in the first round, want us to get. The reason why bands do this because they want you to get on their page. Mm-hmm. Each band is trying to establish dominance in a way, especially a band like Prairie View with a band like Southern. I thought that was bad play calling. Second, right in the second round, how do you feel about drum majors throwing 8 counts?
Prairie View was off the chain this game, right?
Boy, I couldn't focus on the song. I'm like,
what are you doing, bro?
It's actual 8 counts. Now, both of us come from programs where the drum majors conduct in the stands.
Yes.
I
don't know who started this, but I'm blaming Jackson State because they was the first ones I ever seen do it.
Yeah, really?
Yes.
I've never seen Jackson State throw not in the stands.
You gotta go a couple years back. Okay. I think like 14, 15.
That's always kind of confusing to me is to see the drum majors dance not in a parade block or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I just didn't, in my band world, that just wasn't a thing. But in different programs, that's you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. Yeah, Roger says, most programs, the drum majors can't conduct. I don't care. Look, fam, in every facet of drum majoring auditions, there's a conductor portion of it. All right. And you don't got to give me everything, but you can give me 1, 2, 3, 4. You can give me a 4-4 and a 3-4 and a 2-4 for sure. All right. But if your band wants to choose to dance on the sidelines, that's cool. I'm just saying that it should
I
be a
hope
part
they
of being
do.
a drum major.
Yeah, because it's like, what do you? That's a whole nother topic. The responsibilities of what the drum major should be.
Right, of what they should be doing.
Um,
But if you have a program where the staff is over the band in the stands,
yes.
then they're like, well, you're not needed. All right. But if you sometimes I would think if your band is big enough, like a Prairie View, you would need multiple things because so that everybody can see. But hey, if y'all can work with just one guy at the bottom, hey, do your thing, fam.
Dance it out for the fans out there.
You said what?
I said total to dance it out for the fans out there. Everybody can see the band director. Go down there and don't throw your counts. For me, I don't want to see it. I don't know who was asking for it.
But maybe
inspire somebody a lot younger than I am to be a drum major at Prairie View one day so they can gyrate and do that.
Maybe it's entertaining though. Maybe the women like that. Like I'm for like maybe they're like, oh, and it's always a roll. Every move, every drum major move is a roll or a rock.
Yeah.
Right. It's either a rock or some type of body roll. I'm telling you. Okay. All right. Let's continue. SU played that Lucky Day song that Jackson played last week. I thought it was great. I want to hear more bands play that. It's just a good sounding song. And it's good. It's good that there are not a lot of songs that come out, especially R&B songs that bands can play that are popular enough. And that's just one. So I would just love to keep hearing bands play that. I put Prairie View took the bait, played another ballad. They played Prince Adore, right? Legendary song. SU comes back, crank on them with Motown Philly. That's all I got.
What do you think about that Motown Philly, man?
Well, Motown Philly to me is a song that's like it's kind of to me it's like a corny song to play. It's just my opinion. Yeah. But it is what it is. It was loud, man.
It was.
It was weird that part was loud.
I don't really quite understand that arrangement. The voice is really different. It's really different, especially on the the intro. How they spread that around the band was very, very different. It didn't land as much as for me, as in like how much I liked it. But I think I like the creativity. And I like the attempt to add something different to such a song that's been played by every band that's ever been in the HBCU band period. So, and I think like shoot, man, it's like if you was gonna try that out at a game this season, Prairie View, I feel like was one of the games that you could get away with it.
Yeah, you can get away with that. Yeah, for sure. You wouldn't do it last week with the. It's just not like
it wasn't gonna fly. It wasn't gonna fly.
Yeah, it wasn't gonna fly.
Prairie View is I don't know, man. Prairie View's in this weird place with me. Prairie View, I feel like this year has taken a step back. Last year, I think Prairie View had a really good band, but they didn't see nobody. We saw them like the beginning of the season, and then we saw them like versus Southern at the end. And then the year before that, I felt like they had a pretty good program put together. This one is really giving me like mystery type of like we're really just experimenting.
We've always said that about PV though. PV is a big mystery. I mean, they're a storm, but it's like, what y'all got going on, man? I don't know what PV has going on, man. I'm excited to see them throughout the season. Like you said last year, we were kind of giving them praise last year about their battles and stuff like that. Like looking forward to this year. But as you said, man, they kind of dropped this one. Going against Southern is a big task though, and to be on through the 0, the halftime, and the 5th. It is a great deal, but hey, man, you know what you sign up for, all right? Especially if you want to be elite, all right? And to remind you of the theme, don't take the bait, all right? Don't take the bait. Don't let a band set you up. Don't get on another band's page. Y'all are the band. Whoever band that you're in listening to this, you're the one, all right? And that's how you win the battle. Let's go ahead and move on to our next battle, our final battle of this past weekend. Jackson State versus Grambling. What were your expectations for this battle coming in, and what did you think about it?
Oh, this is one of my favorite matchups because it's just pure entertainment for me. I like the matchup. I like the intensity that Grambling has been bringing recently. It's like it's hard to place it. It's just enough to get Jackson State to be like, "Oh yeah, we here, we about to yam on you,"
Right.
but it's not. They're not at a program where it's like you have to be very strategic about the songs you place here. You really can just let them fly as
Right.
you have them, and it just proves for a very entertaining battle.
Yeah. And Grambling is
In,
one of those schools. Oh, go ahead.
in addition, it's at Grambling, and I know
Right.
the acoustics gonna sound off the
Yeah.
chain. So yes,
Yeah. Yeah. And I
yes.
was about to say, and Grambling is one of those schools, like I said, where the stadium works perfectly for that, and it's just like the environment is good. Like Alabama State is good. It's like that too, where like most of you can
Mm-hmm.
get on the field after. It's a good band head environment. Those two places. So anytime you go in there, you know that even if you're not, I'm not saying the best, but like whoever's best, you're gonna hear the crowd. You're gonna hear like people are gonna give you that response. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jackson State started off strong, man. I don't know the song, but the last note made me worry if I'm for real, bro. Made me worry if Grambling could fill up the sound. You know when you getting cranked on, right? When you hear the band's last note, and you go, "Damn, can we even?" Is our first note? Is any notes that we have in this song as loud as their last note? That's how you know. And I was nervous, like, damn, what are they gonna do? Now, Gramblin's song was okay. That what made me have hope for Grambling. That's what made me put them on my list this week. But
Mm-hmm.
Grambling has the same problem that A&T has. They have a UFO problem, and it's the same thing. It is they when it's punching, when it's like melodic parts, they can play it. But when it is
Mm-hmm.
spread like da and it's chorded, just that right there, and it's chorded, it's so hard for them to lock it in. And it is killing them as a band. Uh
Mm-hmm.
that's one of my notes. Another part is Jackson playing Never Gonna Give You Up. I thought was good. One of those like one hit wonder type song.
Mm-hmm.
Great song. Graham played the ballad first. It was Jackson played You Sent Me Swinging. Jackson, I love you. I promise you I do. I need you to give me some newer songs. I understand that like your whole deal is I know You Sent Me Swinging was great, but I've been listening to that song. I listened to 2014. I don't know. It's just like maybe I'm just an old band. Maybe I'm just an old guy, man. Maybe these new.
To me, listen, I thought about it, right? They're playing a lot of 2014 songs, right? I think
Yeah.
since 2014 has been like the Jackson State band to beat as far as when people think of Jackson State in those moments. And I feel like with You Send Me Swinging, listening to them back to back, they played it better. And I feel like what Jackson on is this: we're gonna destroy you, and we're gonna beat prior versions of ourselves too.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I feel like that's the rationale. I listened to that song about like 10 times this week. You said he's like,
Well, Jackson State does a good job with creating like their own kind of like universe. I mean,
yeah,
the elite bands do like Southern and what you call them like they're creating their own universe. So it's like you're going in and you know I'm remembering from this is like you're listening to a song and it's nostalgia. And you know why the band is playing it. Maybe it's
mm-hmm.
connection with the other band in other years and stuff like that. So they do a good job with that. I want to get to one of these questions by Raja, which says, how do you fix those struggling with the UFOs endurance training? I think in those two bands, Auntie and Grambling, the problem is that the UFO sound kind of immature. So it's hard to. I mean, euphonium baritone is a you got to put some air in it. It's a big boy type of instrument. I think a lot of that deals with like you said, like not only endurance training, but just connecting on a level, like connecting with each other on a certain level, and then like working that connection all the time with the same intensity all the time. Because I think that's what it is. Because sometimes in practice we cut deals with each other. Oh, we're gonna play it down, or we're gonna do this, and you don't practice like it's the actual time. So that's what I think a lot of those times, But yeah, of course, I mean, just basic. Come on now, lip slurs. What am I, a band teacher? I'm gonna tell you how to be better. But just know that what I'm saying. We can see it. We can hear it in Grambling and in Ante. But let's move on.
Yeah.
Grambling play you. Jackson play You Send Me Swinging. Grambling did okay with the next round. Jackson played Just a Friend, Mood Changer. Again, mood changes are so important in your book. I think that is where, like, when you start to get strategic about it, it's very important. Because that changes the environment. And when you have and when the stadium and the other band is everybody is on your on your program, oh man, mood changes literally just change the game. Just a Friend was an example of that.
Like with mood changing this battle, right? You have Jackson State, they opening up with the Ariana Grande one.
Mm-hmm.
Grambling responds. I felt like we're gonna talk about that. We'll talk about the zero, but the highlight for me was Grambling's euphoniums, but you really couldn't get the essence of the song. Mm-hmm. Then Jackson State, they come back playing the Rickroll, which is one hit wonder, but also like if you was on YouTube back in the day, you used to click on the video and the song would just start playing. So like people are familiar with that. Mm-hmm. And then if you're familiar with Jackson State and you hear the first two notes of You Send Me Swinging, you're like, oh God, this is getting ugly, bad. Right. This is getting bad. Mm-hmm. And then to go right into the Mario, it's like, yo, they just playing hits now. Like, what can you do?
Right, exactly. And again, nostalgic songs, not 90s songs. 90s songs are damn near goated at this point. Like they're like classic songs, but like the throwback songs, like from I guess 10 years to 20 years back. Those songs, when people hear them, they have a different type of energy with them, like Just a Friend, Mario. So it gets people to bounce, you know what I'm saying? And that's what you want. And Jackson did a good job. Now, going back to our theme, don't take the bait. Grambling played a gospel song, right? Now, we said this on the show plenty of times. You cannot boo God. You will not do it. So my point is that when a band plays a gospel song, you're gonna sing. You're thinking about your grandma at the church. You imagining old, you know what I'm saying, back in the day. So it's like you can't boo God. But Jackson didn't take the bait. They said, we're here, and everybody's gonna follow our program. You would think, okay, any band where a band plays a gospel song, they're gonna come back probably with a mood changer or like something that's like maybe a ballad. Just to smooth it over. You don't want to go from God, you know what I'm saying, to whatever. What do you think Jackson State did? What do you think? What do you think an elite program like Jackson State does? They come back not only with a crank in your face on, they play the new Glorilla. PGI.
We take it to the streets. You go to the church. You know what you do at the church.
Right. It went right from the church into the car and playing. I'm like, and it was a vocal part at the beginning. It's 7 p.m. It was just like, this is a band that's on their own program. All right. Any other band would have not done that. And that's how you stick out. And that's how you're creative with your song selection and you know what I'm saying, playing songs. But yeah, man, Ignorant, great closer in my opinion. What you think about that? And we can get into the comment as well.
Man, that was like a mood changer. Just sucked the energy right off. You was thinking about your grandma, now you're turning up. Grandma putting grandma to shame, grandma rolling her grave because you over here twerking.
Man, and the fact that it was vocals, it was better. It wasn't just straight cranking. It was just like we're gonna take the energy out of like with it was so good. And you couldn't have planned it any better. Let's get to the comment. Yeah. Nick Cave says, in my opinion, Graham did better in the zero. I didn't see the video. I didn't see the zero. What you think?
Okay. I think Grambling did much better in the zero, and I feel like this is why we had a comment before saying it was an endurance issue, because Grambling's euphoniums really executed fairly well in the zero. They sounded good. They was present. They was really there, and they made it like a fight. Between their tubas and their euphoniums, they really made it like a fight. But when it got to the fifth, it was like a quarter of the section just kind of fell off. And since that they have so many, especially compared to like the handful of trumpets that they got and the little mellophones that they have, it really depleted their sound. They are really heavily based on that euphonium tuba sound, where if those sections are not flawless and top notch throughout the entire playlist, throughout the zero, throughout the game, throughout the fifth, the whole band's sound falls apart because they don't have the trombones really supported right now. And then the high brass is really lacking.
Right.
When you're extra dependent on sections, you're working them to death, and I think that's what kind of happens.
Yeah, man, that was such a great point. And
Mm-hmm.
just talking about being for an elite program, endurance is so important, man. Because I mean, like you said, like when we talked about this, who were we talking with? And they played Southern, and they did good in the zero. It was. I think it was Boombox, but Southern did good in the zero, and that
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but they're both elite programs, but still, like having that endurance, man, is very important because the fifth, if people are waiting for the fifth, and that's the last thing that you do, everybody's gonna come in hot. I'm gonna come in the zero, crank like killing it, right? But after the halftime, after your game, after your team possibly lost, do you still have the energy to be able to get it? Like, I used to think about that when I was like right after the game, like, oh damn, like this is the fifth quarter, meaning like everybody's watching this now, like. Like nobody was really watching the game, but the people on YouTube are watching this moment right now. So you got to think about that, you know what I'm saying, as you chilling in the third quarter,
Right.
But yeah, what's up?
I think that right, you got to keep that mindset intact when you coming into the fifth. To comment a little bit about one thing I'm not sure if bands do this. Like, are y'all warming down? Are y'all taking care of your ambushes?
Ain't nobody warming down. Come on.
That's why. Look,
ain't nobody warming down. Come on. This nigga talking about a warm down. he a real musician. He trying to warm down.
That's why people be fizzling out like so serious. Like, for real, you got to take care of yourself, man. If you really want to play the whole thing, because these opponents not slacking. I am, even though I had Jackson State winning this completely zero, and you gotta check out the zero, man.
Yeah, I'm
check
out,
bro.
Yeah. I gotta check out this zero, and I gotta check out Union versus who said Union versus
Johnson C. Smith.
Yeah, Johnson Smith.
But what was I saying? But anyway, I think Grambling was very impressive entertainment value wise. I think
y'all ain't warming down. That's why these youth are starting. Exactly. They go straight from mouthpiece to the case. Nothing. No, for real though. But Grambling was entertaining. All of the bands that lost this week, no band really took a super L. In my opinion. Like nobody got like decimated.
Yeah, so I think that was very entertaining. My question for you is: you got Grambling or Prairie View?
Grambling. Even though, like, what you said about the UFOs and the tubas was very poignant, bro. Because that's so true. I was thinking about. I found myself every time I watch a Grambling looking at the tubas and the UFOs because the parts that they write for is so them. So right, if they're not on like that, then they have to. I'm gonna go Grambling just because they can hold their own a lot longer than Prairie View. They have better song selection, and they're just more of an elite program than Prairie View. But I would like to see that battle. If Prairie View wants to get up on our rankings for the end of the year, they need to give it to Grambling.
I got Grambling taking the zero. I got Prairie View in the fifth.
Really, I got it switched. But
I think Grambling be selling, bro. I think Grambling be selling. I think Grambling be doing good at zero, and then round 3 you'll hear backstabbers. You like
exactly?
What?
Exactly. All right. Anything else with this battle, Jackson versus Grant, or any other battles of this week?
Oh man, Jackson State's dominant, man. I gotta call it is like it is, man.
Yeah.
With this, I watch these videos. I'm like, yo, I can't wait till the CD come out, like to the stream come out, or whatever.
Another example of Jackson having a universe. They put their songs on Apple Music, so it's like you're waiting for like the end of the season CD. I'm telling you, once you get to an elite, just watching elite programs, they start to create their own universe within their own band, and it's interesting. It's very good. So, all right, so let's get into next week's predictions. Now you know how we do. We're just gonna read. I'm gonna read both of the school names. Just give me the one who you know is gonna win. Just off of just name alone, and we got a lot of them this week. All right, let's get into it. Next week, North Carolina A&T versus South Carolina State. Now this is going to be good. We will hype it up, and you know what? Back to the A&T Central game. I'm liking the MEAC now, bro. I started liking the MEAC. The second week was like, because they had a battle. They didn't really show up for it, I thought. But this is going to be really good. I think this South Carolina State battle can really put South Carolina State on the map, bro. If they were
Mhm.
to really come and handle business. A&T got more to lose by being the
Right.
big dog, So what you think?
Yeah. I got A&T winning. I'm excited to see this battle.
Yeah.
I hope both of them bring the A game and they bring some good songs for it, man.
Central versus Norfolk State. Same deal, Central. Same
Mm.
deal. Go whoop up on Norfolk State. All right. Y'all need some more points, man. Norfolk's gonna win this battle, but Central, man, y'all can start snatching kids. Y'all come on, man. Y'all can start really recruiting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got Norfolk State. I saw Central. They played Albany this past weekend.
Mhm.
Um, I had Albany winning that one for me, so I'm definitely taking Norfolk State on this one.
Definitely. Um, Alabama State versus Bethune Cookman.
Ooh,
Mm,
ooh,
mm.
Bama State.
I'm gonna go Bama State because Bethune. We already know what's to Bethune. Jackson State versus Texas Southern. This is gonna be good too.
Yeah, I'd be a fool not to go against Jackson State
Now, Texas Southern,
this year.
listen to me good. Listen to me good. I
Mhm.
know y'all want to show out. I know they want to show out. Texas Southern has every note.
Yeah.
Right now, Texas Southern is playing every single note that they can fucking play. Texas Southern, they love throwing as many notes. I'm telling you, relax. I think less will be better in this battle.
Mhm.
Besides, like Texas Southern really tries to like show like their musicality, which is great. But I think if they was to lean less on that and then really like, I don't know, what you think? What you think? Because Jackson gonna try to give it to you all to you.
Oh man, I think with if I'm Texas Southern, I'm definitely taking the approaches as we gonna be really Texas Southern and play a
Right.
lot of jams with really good arrangements.
Mm-hmm.
Blow for blow with Jackson right now, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
That's not happening. And then with Jackson's, if you look at Jackson's book already, it's already really diverse. They got a bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm coming with a lot of good strong things in the zero to get them really to dip into the book that they acquired already for this year
Mm-hmm.
and play a lot of really diverse things. It could be like a movie. This one could be a movie
Yeah.
based on song selection and arrangements.
Right. And I bet you these now out of the battles of this year, this probably gonna be best like call playing. You know what I'm saying? Like just playing like the best song selection, I think is gonna be between these two bands. So this is gonna be a good one to look at. We just
Mm-hmm.
talked about Grambling versus Prairie View, and who we had. I say Grambling, you say Prairie View. But we should, we'll talk about that next week.
Oh, they battle next week?
Yeah, I know, right? You just brought it up.
Oh,
But yeah, they actually going next week. Alcorn versus Mississippi Valley.
woo! Who
That
you
should
got?
be good. That should be good. I'm gonna say Alcorn because Valley, they big, but they all over the place. And I think that Valley is still trying to create their identity. What you thinking?
I'm giving Allcore on the revenge from last year because Valley came
Correct.
in and had a
Right.
more dominant
And
performance.
Alcorn didn't they were like they didn't really know how, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't really, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, just get back for them. Winston-Salem versus Bowie State.
hmm
Winston, haven't seen that much of Bowie.
I think
Shaw versus Virginia Union. Now this is his favorite
Union.
band this week. He's going Union for
I'm a
real.
small band guru this year.
Hey, right. All right. Morehouse versus Benedict. I'm going. Well, I mean, obviously Benedict is
Oh,
going.
Benedict.
Yeah, Benedict's going to do that. Virginia State versus Fayetteville State. I'm gonna go Virginia State. Virginia State is a little
Go
bit more
Virginia
battle
State.
tested. You know what I'm
Go
saying?
Virginia State, yeah.
Yeah. Kentucky State versus Albany State.
Oh wow! So they got the old band director versus old school. Wow.
Yeah.
We
So that
going
should be interesting.
Albany. We going
Yeah,
Albany.
I'm gonna go Albany too. Fort Valley versus Savannah State. Fort Valley.
Fort Valley.
Fort Valley for sure. Livingstone versus Lincoln.
What? Livingstone versus Lincoln?
Yeah, that's a weird matchup. I'll say Livingstone and Tuskegee versus Edward Waters. I haven't seen that much out of Edward Waters, man.
No, I haven't seen him.
See, man, with these small bands, and what are they? The pride of I think it's called the
They're
Pride.
somewhere in Florida.
Yeah, they're in Florida. I think the band's called the Pride, but I haven't seen much out of them. I watched them. I think I watched Tuskegee this year.
Okay.
Either way, guys, we appreciate you for listening to this week. Okay, going back to our theme, don't take debate for all these marching bands, man. And we see all these battles every week. A band is going to try to set you up, and if you, it depends on whether you're an elite program if you take debate or not. All right, we're both advising you don't take debate. Now, this is more for the staff, by the way. We talk to the staff too. We were thinking just the students. No, we talk directly to the staff as well. Don't take debate. You hear them playing the song that you got the same artist. Don't take debate. You see them playing a ballad after you've already played a ballad and you want to play another one. Don't take debate. All right. They're going to crank on you or they're going to get the crowd involved. Don't take debate. What you got to say on the topic?
Don't take debate under any circumstances. Your band director take debate. Don't put your horns up.
Right.
Veto it. Put the horns down. Worry about your scholarship later on. You'll be right.
Bro, have you ever seen the band versus the band director like have a standoff? Man, look, that's always a scene. That's always a scene when the band makes it like it comes together. Like, we're the ones that's out there doing it. So it's like
we don't know it. We can't. We don't put our horns up. No.
Yeah. Shout out to all the bands with internal problems. All right. The staff is beefing with the students. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we're right around that time in the band season too, where you start to hate each other. I know when I was at AT around October, everybody hated everybody in October. It was just a stressful month.
Bruh, what is it about October? When October here, you just want to be like, all right, I'm kind of.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's homecoming. It's because, bro, it's so many different events. It's homecoming. It's all the shows. It's all the battles. Sometimes, like, especially when you got bands like every week, you go like, well, I mean, it's like you can't even prepare for every band. It's just like, well, we just doing us. It's like so you get mad. You go, I don't care about who we seeing. We just gonna do us.
Burns start kicking out. You like,
yeah,
whatever.
All
man,
right.
It's been a great show, man.
Absolutely. We appreciate you guys. Devon says, "Oh, that happened to me when I was on the podium once. I was pissed. I'm telling you." The band fought you. Man. Oh man, but it's also beautiful when the band can come together and stand on something. All right, finally stand on something. If we don't know it, we don't know it. All right. Anyway, guys, we appreciate you guys listening this week. Great episode, great week. We'll be back next week for week 5. You can follow the page at It's a FaceOff. You can follow me on social media at Horatio Radio. You have anything for the people?
Man, if you're watching this on a playback, leave a time step in your favorite moments of the video. Oh, dang, we got our rankings we got to talk about.
Oh, too. Yeah. We're going to close out with the rankings this week. We can close out with them, and then we kind of explain why we chose those to begin with. I'll start with mine. First, Jackson State, man. Jackson State really, really is in the groove. I would say these past 2 or 3 years, but man, they really are honing their own skills, in my opinion. Like they're accentuating what makes them them. They're playing songs that they played for previous years that sound better than when they played in previous years. That's how you know that the band is truly growing. Jackson State's trumpets, are fantastic. One of the best I've heard them. Just great. They handled Graham, so that's at the top of my list. Southern did a great job as well. I want to see more songs out of Southern, like more crazy songs out of Southern. Like they need to. If Southern's going to continue to be an elite program, I need more songs from them. Like they're just a big band that sounds good now. You know what I'm saying? Give me some more elite songs. But I thought he did a great job this week. Auntie did a great job as well. I thought they beat Central. They took more rounds, so that's why they up on my thing. The song they played, the Bryson Tiller song, was great. Need more energy like that out of Auntie. Tennessee State. Now look, the reason why I put Tennessee State up here because I watched a battle with them last week with UAPB. I think it came out a day after we dropped. So I don't know if we even talked about that. But UAPB, I thought Tennessee State did a great job. So I just want to put them up there. And then Central, because Central to me this is the best showing I've seen from Central ever, in my opinion. You have to give these bands, you know how I feel about small bands, but you got to give these small bands their due when they're doing a good job, yada yada yada. So that's my list. As y'all can see, his list. I mean, this is absolutely all right. Go ahead.
Who are the top 5 bands in HBCU bandom right now? Jackson, Jackson, Jackson.
And he really wrote this out in our chat. I didn't know that they were going to actually put this out. Like he was going
I
to
didn't
actually
think
put
there
this out.
was either.
Right.
But I don't know. I thought it was a good idea.
See, even though I'm wearing an anti shirt, sometimes we can't lead with the love of our alma mater. But I do think in this,
you have to.
I was about to say, I do think in this instance is, you know what I'm saying, it's accepted because they're actually showing off and and doing a good job.
I think Jackson deserves this from me because of how critical I was in 2021.
Right. Definitely.
And how I've been critical, I've been fair, but I think this is my one moment to be like, yes,
right.
I am Jacksonian.
One moment to put your alum hat on.
Right, so you got to keep in good graces with everybody else.
Definitely. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you guys. Like you said, everything with the replay and follow us on social media. Follow all the pages. Check us back right here next week, Tuesday at 8 p.m. We appreciate you guys. See you next week.
See y'all next week.